So we are done and dusted with CAT 2020, and here I am with the analysis of the third slot. So we have already done the analysis of the first two slots, and this was the final slot of CAT 2020, which ended just at 6:30 p.m. Just 15 minutes back, and I'm here to present the analysis of the third slot. So first of all, the number of questions, the distribution was exactly the same: 4 RCs, 5 DILR sets, 2 sets with 6 questions each, and 3 sets with 4 questions each. So that was exactly the same, that remained exactly the same. The difficulty level more or less similar. Okay, DILR was deadly again, verbal ability, RCs were difficult to read, okay, and Quant moderately difficult. So why don't you share the number of attempts? So those who are watching and appeared for the examination, please do share the number of attempts so that we come to know what people actually attempted, because we have not yet spoken to many people as of now. So we'll be figuring out the cutoffs and everything based on that, based on your feedback as well. We'll get to know the exact difficulty level. Okay, so Sagar, thanks for your compliment. Yes, GradeUp did a great work. We had faculty members writing in all 3 slots. I wrote in the first slot, then we had some experts writing in the second slot, and we will be connecting with some people who have written CAT in the third slot, and they will be giving the actual feedback. Okay, so Carrie says that 22 in VARC, that should be a really great score. Although I came to know that VARC was difficult. Okay, I didn't, maybe it might be opinion of one person, but yes, it is tough. Okay, so VARC people are saying tough. What about DILR? I heard that it was a difficult one. There was one, that COVID patient case, 16 people, 8 wires, so a big set, and then there was a Venn diagram which was present in the first set as well. So these are some of the things that I have known till now, and let my colleagues at GradeUp let them connect, and then we'll be getting more information. So overall difficulty level we'll discuss once we get to know more details. Okay, DILR, Rishi says was easier. Okay, Murlidhar says 18, 15, 20. So 20 in Quant, that should be a very good attempt. Even 15 in DILR and 18 in VARC, I would say, is a fantastic attempt. But I do not know the exact difficulty level yet. Yes, we'll connect with the GradeUp experts, and they'll tell us about that. One set Venn diagram was very easy. I think that was a replica of what came in the first set. Okay, arrangements was easy, good. Logic was okay. So let's start with the analysis, and first thing first is 76 questions, 228 marks. All right, so same as first 2 slots, so no changes in that, plus 4 sets of RCs. One was on some travel related RC. It was some people found it difficult, and then there was an easy RC which said that human contact is a luxury. People who are rich, they spend less time. They are able to spend less time on contact, and they spend more time in front of the screen. So something like that. It appeared to be easy, and okay, so we have Goyal saying that 22, 17, 21, that looks a very good attempt of around 60. That should be a really great score in this examination. Okay. All right, so I think we'll have Vijay Jha on call. He'll be connecting with us shortly, and he'll be giving us feedback on the paper. Hello, Vijay.
Hi, Pranav.
Hi. How did you do in the paper? How was the paper? The students are eager to know the feedback.
Okay, all right. I believe that whatever was the difficulty of level and the pattern in the first 2 slots, that was followed here in the third slot as well.
Okay.
English was difficult, but one could have attempted 17 to 18 questions.
All right.
Without doing any tukkebazi.
Okay.
I found summary type questions to be easy.
Okay, even we have comments that summary was very, very easy.
Yes.
Okay.
Summary type questions were easy.
All
I
right.
found parajapal questions to be exceptionally difficult.
Okay.
All right. But that is something which I always manage to, get.
Okay.
Because even when I used to be in touch, parajapal questions, at least in CAT, I used to find them to be quite difficult. But
Yeah.
today was not an exception.
All right.
And even odd sentence questions were also difficult.
Okay.
I found RCs to be doable.
Okay.
There was one RC passage which was based on political contours of travel writing.
Okay.
That I found to be quite manageable. There were as many as 5 questions based on this.
All right.
Okay. Similarly, there was one on the social interaction of different classes.
Okay.
So how interaction is probably more important, lower down the economic strata, and less important, up the economic strata.
All right.
Okay, something on this.
Okay. So you mean to say that these two were doable ones? I mean, easy to read, and the questions were
The
doable.
first one was definitely easy to read.
Okay.
The second one was, look, I read regularly, so I did not find it to be very difficult, but I did not find it to be easy either.
All right. So it means that advantage for the avid readers.
Which is always the case, Pranav. Which is always the case. No
Yeah.
matter which examination you write, if you read very regularly, you will reap the dividend.
Okay.
And yes, and in fact, when we had interacted with others who had taken the examination in slots 1 and 2, we were told that options were very close. Somehow, either I have done something, I have gone horribly wrong, but I believe that options were not very close here. Even
Okay.
in difficult passages, right, options were not very close.
So
Options were distant.
okay, options were distant. So you mean to say it was moderate or less difficult as compared to the other two slots? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So you mean to say that VA was slightly easier than the other two slots?
Can you hear? Pranav?
Yeah.
I said that we got to know about the other two slots, the other two sections.
No, I mean to say that what we witnessed in the first two slots, that VARC was the difficult section. So you mean to say that it was slightly easier than that, given that the options were not very close?
No, I didn't say so, because if I look at my number of attempts also, very sincerely I could attempt some 18, 19 questions,
Okay.
But I felt that options were not very close.
All right.
That is what I'm saying.
Okay, so what coming to the next section, DILR. I see the comments that students are commenting it was tough. How did you find the section?
Okay,
And which were the sets that were doable and which were...
DILR was definitely tough. DILR was definitely tough. But there is one feedback which we consistently get.
Yeah.
We have been getting this feedback for the last 6 years now. 6 years in a row.
Okay.
There was one, and in fact, those people who are comfortable with Venn diagram of 4 sets.
Okay, so it was present in the first slot as well, Venn diagram of 4 elements.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we had one set of questions, in fact, one set of 4 questions based on Venn diagram of 4 sets.
Okay.
And those people are comfortable with making this Venn diagram, as you had said in the morning slot, and in fact, you had asked them to devise this.
Yeah.
They would have found it to be very easy to manage.
Okay.
Then there was one set of questions which was based on, whilst probably it was inspired by COVID-19 situation prevalent in the world, right?
Okay.
So there were 16 patients, 1 through 16, right?
Okay.
And 8 different vials, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
All right.
In each, so every patient sample was therein 4 vials.
Okay.
And then you had to determine different situations were given, that who was positive, who was negative, who was certainly positive,
Okay.
that sort of thing. So at least 3 questions were quite doable here, though lengthy.
All right.
Then, and in fact, there was one set of 6 questions, and I have my fears here. I believe that the instructions were contradicting.
Okay.
So please ask the viewers that how many of them, first of all, attempted that farmer gifting 205 trees on 12 plots to their daughter, to his daughter.
All right.
So because one of the instructions was about a particular daughter
Okay.
who had adjacent plots, who owned the adjacent plots, but then one of the instructions said about the same daughter that she could not have owned two adjacent plots, okay, either in the column or the row or even diagonally.
Okay, so you mean there were contradictory statements in that slot? Okay, so I would like to ask
I feel so.
Okay,
we
so
would be able to say it definitely only once we get to see the paper. But if others have also felt so, not many people can be wrong. So probably we should ask Ajay Sareen also.
Okay, yes, we'll connect with Ajay Sareen as well and we'll get this feedback. So others says these are the sets, Venn diagram, sample of COVID patients in a while, one on games and tournaments, one was a scheduling one, and there was distribution of plots and trees among 4 daughters of a farmer.
That's right.
Now let's come to the QA section.
Every plot had trees in multiple of either 3s or 4.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so now let's come to the move to the third section, that is the quant section. How was the section? Was it again dominated by arithmetic and algebra like it was in the first 2 sessions?
It was.
Okay.
I could come across, first of all, I was not able to, I'm not someone who has remained very fast now. Okay, so I was not able to see all the questions. I could see a total of around 18-19 questions. Okay. Of these 18-19 questions, there were 2 questions on very simple concepts of coordinate geometry.
Okay.
One question was subtly on geometry. Okay, plane geometry.
Okay.
One question was on mensuration.
All right.
There were a good number of questions on time, speed, and distance. In fact, Savitri had observed though I do not know if we should take her observation on quantitative aptitude very seriously, right? But she had observed many questions from quantitative aptitude. Here also we had at least 2 to 3 questions on quantitative aptitude.
You mean from time, speed and distance?
Yes.
Yeah, even in the first slot we had 3 questions from time, speed and distance.
Then we had some questions. We had some questions, okay, on other areas as well.
Okay.
Suppose there is some problem. Yes, this is magical. No, I have to finish this call and then leave. Oh, sorry. The police was asking that why I was standing here. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So you mean to say that it was dominated by arithmetic algebra with some questions on coordinate and your plane geometry as well. What about number system and modern math? Did you encounter
I could not encounter a single question on the so-called modern math.
Okay. So it seems to have become extinct now because even in the first slot
we had a question or two on logs. And in fact, again, I remember, Pranav, that you had asked the students, the viewers, right, to revise the concepts of logs. So here also we had at least 2 questions on logs.
Okay, so even in the second slot, we came to know that there were 3 questions on logarithm. So that is one thing is certain, that they have maintained some sort of say symmetry, that they have been asking 2 to 3 questions of logarithms, 3 questions from time, speed and distance. So I could read some of the comments that algebra was easy. Was it?
I would say algebra was of medium level of difficulty.
Okay.
I'm trying to recall the questions. Okay. I believe that, and in fact, they had worked hard on the paper, because even if they had asked simple questions, okay, they had put some effort in order to make people think.
Okay.
That reflected very clearly. Like there was a question, okay, which appeared to be dangerous, but those people who will try to solve it, like it was some range for M and N. Okay. Some ranges for M and N were given, but they had actually sentenced it beautifully, had phrased it beautifully.
All right.
And this was not the only question which had this aspect. There were many questions on which it appeared that they actually worked very hard.
Okay. So you mean to say that the number of sitters was less this time, although the overall difficulty level was not very hard, but the number of sitters that one could attempt just in 15-20 seconds was less.
I believe so. And again, take this statement with a pinch of salt. Okay. because I've slowed down a lot these days. But I
Okay.
did not come across many questions which could have been done straight away.
Okay.
Of course, there were some typical questions that three people are starting from a point and they're running around a circular track of length 3 kilometers. Oh, I almost gave you the question.
Okay.
So these questions were very stereotyped, but otherwise there were most of the questions, had something in them.
All
They
right.
were not difficult, but you needed to have good mathematical understanding
Okay.
in order to understand what you were being told.
So overall, what is the feedback that you would like to give? Section wise difficulty level, overall difficulty level, good number of attempts.
It would not be different from what we told them for the first two slots.
Okay.
Here also, even if you look at the number of attempts, like if Savitri attempted 20, then I'm absolutely proud of being able to attempt some 18-19 questions here in English.
Okay.
Okay. So difficulty level of English was what it was there in the first two slots, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, but completely, since I did not appear for those two slots, we do not have all the questions in front.
Yeah.
But still, I believe that they have been able to maintain the difficulty level, or whatever we have predicted about the cutoffs. Okay, I would more or less want to go with that.
Okay. So some.
Like we have said that someone managing 115 should be able to get 99 percentile. That is what we have said, right?
Yeah.
So I still stand by that. I still stand by that. And we have said this also, that someone getting 125 to 130 should be able to score 99.5 percentile.
Okay.
That also should be true.
Okay. So DILR 12 to 14 should be considered as a good attempt.
Even 12, first of all, I need to know if there was any problem with that particular set or not.
No,
Okay,
that
then
set was
probably I
fine
would
because we
But
have
the
some of
number
the
said
viewers.
12.
Okay.
12 would
And
be anyone being able to do any of the three sets, is actually quite good.
okay,
And
even
should definitely-
I
believe
felt
35
that in
to
the
36
first two slots
should
as
give you
well.
a score of 99.
Okay, yeah, 3 sets should give a very good score, and the ones who are able to reach around 18 to 20 questions should be able to get 100 percentile.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, because we have seen that
there are not many people like
even
you
the
and
experts
Saurabh.
at GradeUp have, they have been unable to do all five sets. They were able to reach around 18 questions, 20 questions. So even if someone does around 12 to 14, 12 is safe for 99 percentile. And Quant, what would you like to say? Around 17, 18, good attempt?
I would say that 15 into 3, 45, a raw score of 45, should give one 99 percentile without any doubt.
All right. Okay, so thanks Vijay for connecting. We'll connect with Ajay as well and get more details about the examination.
Sure. Please do asking about that tree question.
Okay, sure.
I believe that the set was, we have some contradicting set of instructions.
All right, so it was Vijay Jha who gave us the feedback about the paper. So I think a lot of you are commenting that the set was not contradictory. Maybe it happens during the examination. You read instructions, you make mistakes in reading instructions. That happens with everybody. So yes, that set was fine. It appears like that. And overall feedback that DILR again was the deadliest section, as it has been for the past 4-5 years. The official answer keys will be released within 4 or 5 days, so most probably by Friday you shall have that, and as soon as those keys are released, we'll be discussing all the questions, although we have a lot of questions from the first 2 sets as well, but since there is a non-disclosure agreement, so we cannot disclose those questions with you. But don't worry, as soon as the answer keys are released, we shall take sessions and discuss all those questions. So coming to the cutoffs, what should be the percentile? So 99.5 percentile, which is required by a general engineer male to get calls from the top IIMs A, B, C and L, that is 99.5 percentile. That should be achieved at a score of around 125 to 30. So net 42 to 43 questions you get correct, or let's say you get 45 correct and 5 incorrect. You attempted 50 questions with 90% accuracy. That should also give you this score. So if you have done 45 and your net score. See, it's eventually your net score. The accuracy does not matter. No matter like you may have attempted 70 questions and got 80% accuracy, still your score would be very high. So it's all about the, eventually it comes down to your raw score. So a raw score of 125 to 30, whether you solve just 45 questions correct and 5 incorrect, or you do 60 in 60, obviously you will get very high score. Let's say 55 correct and then 20 incorrect, so still you would get 145. So like whatever you get correct, that does not matter. So the overall score matters, right? So this is the score for 99.5 percentile. Okay, yes, it was less time. So these are the section wise 99.5 percentile. If you were looking to score, if you have done really great in any of the sections, so if you have managed to get around 42 marks in DILR, that's 14 questions, you shall be definitely getting 99.5 percentile. 15 questions in Quant, 99.5 percentile. Okay, now 99 percentile mark, that should be around 115, which is approximately half of the maximum marks. As it has been in the past years also, we have seen when it used to be a 300 marks paper, people used to get 99 at 155, 160. So this time slightly difficult. 115 would be your bet at 99 percentile. Okay, next these are the section wise 99 percentile. If you want to see at what scores would you get a 99 percentile in these sections, these may fluctuate by 1 or 2 marks, but not much. Now coming to the 95 percentile mark, right? So not everyone is an engineer, there are non-engineers as well, and they do get calls at 95 percentile. Or if you are targeting non-IMs, let us say some other good institutes which accept 95 percentile in CAT, so 90, a score of 90, okay, you should fetch you 95 percentile. Section wise 90 percentile would be VARC at 35, DILR at 26, 27, Quant at 30. So someone was asking what about Quant at 30 score. So at 30 you would be getting approximately 95 percentile in Quant. Okay. Now talking about the 90 percentile mark, that is another landmark, that's a milestone people want to target, and 90 percentile would be at 75, a score of 75 with and section wise 90 percentile, since some people are very good at 2 of the sections or 1 of the sections, and they are just average at the 3rd section and want to clear just 90 percentile in that section. So these are our predictions that in VARC, if you get around 9 to 10 questions correct, you will be able to get 90 percentile. DILR 8 questions correct. If you have done 2 sets only, believe me, you will be sailing through and getting 90 percentile. If you have just done 2 sets with 4 questions, all completely correct, definitely you will get 90 percentile. So don't worry that you need to do all 3 or 4 sets. This we have seen historically, we have historical data as well, and we have experts who have been writing these examinations for many years, and QA at 25, around 90 percentile. And then the 85 percentile mark, right? So 85 percentile, I would say at overall score of 62, and section wise at VARC 24, DILR 21, and QA at 19. So now we have another GradeUp expert, Mr. Ajay Sareen. He's a Quant and DILR expert. So I'll be connecting you with him. Hello Ajay, good evening.
Hello everyone. Hi Pranav, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. So we were doing the analysis of CAT 3rd slot. So I would like to ask you about the paper, the difficulty level, what are the good attempts and all. Your views on it?
Okay, so I must start with my own section first, which is quantitative ability.
Okay.
So I was able to attempt almost all questions. Right, but I found one of the answer options were wrong in one of the questions.
Okay.
Right, so excluding that, believe me, entire quant section was very easy. I was able to solve all questions. But for any student, I will say, solving 18 to 20 questions would not be very difficult task.
Okay.
And you won't believe all the questions that were there in the exam were the ones which we have discussed in our classes on a regular basis. So I was so happy for all our students, right? So they must have done wonderful job. and quant section for very sure. When it comes to DILR, again the caselets were easy, but they were such which were very time consuming.
Okay, easy but lengthy
Alright.
sets.
But lengthy sets.
All right.
So, like there was one which consumed a lot of time of mine because I got emotionally attached with it. It was based on high-low gaming. All right. So that was a bit tricky set, but was finally done. So anyhow, in DILR, again only one caselet left, in which there were I think 4 questions.
Okay.
I was able to manage the rest of the caselets easily.
Okay.
When it comes to verbal, in verbal, the RC section, there were 2 easy caselets and 2 were like over the head types for me.
Okay, so it was
Right, so
pretty
we-
much similar in the other slots as well. 2 easy RCs and 2 difficult ones.
Yes. Overall, if I say, when it comes to parajumbles,
Okay.
so that was icing on the cake. There were only 4 sentences which were to be arranged, and that was very easy.
All right.
But when it comes to the odd one outs, so that was a bit tricky because all were very close. All were very close.
Okay, odd one out
Alright.
was tricky. Parajumbles was easy.
Yes, parajumbles, both parajumble questions were easy.
Okay.
Alright. So overall, if I talk about paper was moderate because of DILR, because majority of the students face it really difficult when it comes to DILR.
Okay, so what
was overall
what would you
easy.
say about the DILR?
What
What should be the good attempts in DILR?
In DILR, around 12 plus is a good attempt.
Okay, so you mean to
12 to
say
15
if
is a
someone
good
does 3 sets of 4 questions each, that should be a really
Yes, if you have done 2 sets of 6 questions, you are done.
okay.
Or 3 sets of 4 questions, you are still done.
Okay, okay.
Any combination, so around 12 plus questions, it is going to be again 99 plus.
All right.
For very sure in this.
Okay, so I just wanted to know one thing. So we witnessed in the first 2 slots that one of the 6 set questions was easy and the other was difficult. So was it the case?
That was true.
Okay.
Yes. So again, it was the same. The high-low that I am talking about was the 6 question wala set.
Okay.
So that was tricky with difficult one.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
other 6 question set was easy.
Okay, yes. So it was same in the other 2 slots as well. One of the 6 set, the set with 6 questions was easy and the other one was difficult.
Yeah.
And it was a trap if someone got...
In my slot, there was a caselet of Venn diagram having 6 questions.
Okay.
And there were 4 sets, and it was the easiest caselet of the day. I
All
would
right.
say. Right. So in just hardly 6-7 minutes, I did all 6 questions quickly.
Okay.
Right. But the other one, high-low, which had another 6 questions. So I was like, it should be managed within 10 to 12 minutes time frame. But while solving, it consumed time. And then I have to use answer options. So there was another caselet wherein a matrix was given of 4x3. Right.
Okay.
That caselet was again tricky.
All right.
If you work smartly with answer options, that could have been done again within 4-5 minutes time frame.
Oh, all right. As the time had reduced, so it was all about time management. How well you can manage your time. Even in the quant section, if you pick the right questions first, you could be able to score good.
I will rather say in quant, selection doesn't matter at all. Right? I was able to solve all questions in a continuity without stopping at any of the questions other than one wherein the answer option was not matching, it was wrong. Alright. Otherwise, when it comes to DILR, their students have to be very choosy, very eclectic.
Okay.
Alright. So the selection is very, very, very important this year again in DILR.
All right.
Wrong set if you are chosen and you will be washed away.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Ajay, for your valuable time and the feedback that you gave. So this has been communicated to the students as well, that the difficulty level of different sections, how it should have been done. So now, so Ajay, thank you for connecting with us.
Thank you.
All right, so now since we are done and dusted with CAT, so you need not to so whatever is done, so you need not worry about things that have happened. Okay, so if you did really well in CAT, so the next advice would be start preparing for GD, VAT and PI. And in case it did not go well, which is perfectly fine because it might not be your day, so the next step is to start preparing for other MBA examinations, right? So see, it's just the beginning of the season. This was the first major exam of the season. Then you have many exams lined up. ZAD, you have SNAP, some of you might be appearing for NMAT also, are yet to appear for NMAT as well. And then of course you have examinations. The IFT has been shifted to January, so you have enough time to prepare for those examinations. All right, so now since we are done with CAT, we have analyzed all 3 sessions. So thank you. I would like to thank the audience for being present and giving your valuable inputs and agreeing to what was present in the paper or disagreeing. All right, so we'll be doing an overall analysis at 10 p.m. today, right? So please do join us at 10 p.m. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to the channel. At 10 p.m. we'll be giving an overall analysis, compiling all 3 sessions together, right? So we had different people writing in different slots, so we'll be compiling across difficulty levels. What was the difference between the difficulty levels of all the sections, all the slots? What would be the normalization factor, if any? How would the scores be normalized? Maybe in second slot I heard that DILR was very difficult as compared to the other 2 slots, or maybe the ones who attempted DILR in the first slot were too good at solving the question. So we'll compile all those stuff, and at 10 p.m. we'll give you the overall analysis of all 3 slots. How was it during all 3 slots, and what would be the overall cutoff and all those predictions. Okay, so as I said, now people must be starting preparing for CAT 2021. So if you are looking for some paid course where people prepare you for an online platform, you can subscribe to GradeUp. We have a comprehensive course for CAT 2021. I'll show you the faculty members as well. These are all people who have scored 99.9 plus percentiles in the respective sections, not once but on multiple occasions. And as you saw, you just heard Ajay, he said that he did all 26 questions in Quant. So he teaches Quant at GradeUp. So you know the quality of our teachers. We have Saral, who scores 99.9 plus in both Quant and DILR. We have Savitri ma'am, who has over 2 decades of experience teaching verbal ability. So if you are preparing for CAT, you're starting to prepare for CAT 2021, and you can enroll in GradeUp super subscription. All right, and if you are left preparing for other MBA examinations, if you are targeting IFT, TISNET, CMAT, Maharashtra CT, etc., or ZAT 2021, if you're looking for some course for decision making, or GK for IFT, ZAT, CMAT, MAT, we have everything for you. And special course for GD, VAT and PI, which is the next stage after all these MBA examinations. So we have different subscription plans. So you must be wondering that if I just have to appear for ZAT, why should I buy? So you could opt for this 3-month subscription plan. We have 6-month subscription plan. If you are looking to prepare for GD, VAT and PI till the final selection, you can opt for this. And if you are looking for CAT and other MBA examinations for the next year, you can avail the benefits of this super subscription plan. So under the super subscription, you get access to all our courses that are present. So no matter, like, suppose if you are preparing for CAT 2021, but if you are interested in attending the classes for ZAT decision making of this year, you may do so as well, right? So you get access to all the courses that are present on our platform, in which we have extensive coverage through live classes. With that, you get study notes and daily quizzes, and of course mock tests. So GradeUp just completed 5 years of since its inception, and we are offering discounts. So it's a golden opportunity for you to get the courses at discounted prices. So these are the faculty members. Many of you might be seeing these faces for the first time, so let me introduce them. So all of them, as you can see, they have scored above 99.9 percentile in their respective sections on multiple occasions, and they have ample teaching experience in CAT and other MBA examinations. So we have 100 percentilers as well. We have Anant, Ajay, Tapesh, Vikrant, 100 percentile in Quant, DI, VA. So we have 100 percentilers as well in all these sections. Then we have Saral, who is a 100 percentiler in CAT, Quant in 2009-10. Even in 2019, he had 99.9 plus in both Quant and DILR. Even in this year, many of them will be scoring above 99.9 percentile. So this is the list of mentors that we have. All right, so I don't think that you will get this quality mentors at one single platform. So the only place where you can get all such great faculty members is GradeUp. So all the best. So if you have done well in CAT, all the best for the results. And if you did not perform well, so no need to worry about it, because you have other examinations lined up. Do prepare for them well. All right, so this was the analysis of the third slot. We'll be having an overall analysis at 10 p.m. So please do join that session as well. And apart from that, as soon as the answer keys are released, which CAT generally does in 4 or 5 days, so as soon as those are released, we'll be discussing the solutions, the detailed solutions of all the questions, so that you come to know what was the difficulty level. I mean, how to solve all those questions. That would benefit the ones who are going to appear for CAT 2021, as well as if you are targeting other MBA examinations. Okay, so this is our number. If you want to know more about GradeUp's courses, you can call on this number and speak with our counselors. They'll guide you more about the courses that we have. All right, so that's it for this session. I think we have discussed all these things in detail. So let's finish it now. Do join us at 10 p.m. Don't forget to join at 10 p.m. And if you want to share something with us, you can comment on this video about your number of attempts and all those stuff, right? So thank you for attending the session. All the best with your results, whatever it happens. All right, so goodbye.